Yo, what is up guys, it's GlassTCG, and today I'll be doing a video on my new mat I actually received in the mail. So let's show that off. This is the custom one I spent about a few hours making. It's pretty cool. It has our little logo in the corner, has our team name, and just basically this. So I'm going to be doing some more different content now. Recently I've been doing stuff like World Chalice, Goki, Dark Warrior. I'm still going to be doing stuff like that because of course those are some of my favorite decks, but yeah, it's just going to be a little more of a variety now. So yeah, I'm going to be doing Dark Warrior, Gaudragon. So this basically is Equimax. It's basically just going into your Gaudragon place through Equimax and then searching off Magius. It's super easy to learn, and I just want to show off some combos. So let's get into it. Okay, we're going to draw 5. Okay, this is a pretty simple hand. Okay, you can start this off by normal summoning Goblin Bird and then special summoning Marauding Captain. We're going to link 2 for Isolde. Let's actually place it right here so it's more visible. Now we're going to trigger effective Isolde, getting us a free search. Our connector, since it's a light, now we're going to trigger effective Isolde, allowing us to basically dump 4 equip spells. So we'll dump 4 blank ones, which will be Phoenix Blade, Living Fossil, Clarent, and a copy of a blank one. So for the blank one, I'll just send this. Now what's going to happen from here is I'm going to get this summon to level 4 since I send 4, which will be our Armageddon Knight. What's going to happen from here is I'm going to trigger effective Armageddon Knight, allowing us to dump from deck. So we'll dump our copy of Zephyros the Elite. Or actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll send Zephyros. So here's Zephyros. Here's our graveyard. Now what's going to happen from here is I'm going to... Normally you'd use connectors, so you'd have 2 bodies already plus an extender. So we're actually going to need an extender for this case, so let's go ahead and hit this Galactic Spiral by activating 1 for 1. So we're going to summon our copy of Omnidragon Brotar from the deck. This will get us a free search for any dragon we'd like. So we'll search, I guess, Levineer. So let's do that. Now you have all the extenders you need from this point on, so we're going to go and make our link into our copy of Equimax, link it away to our Magius. So here's the Magius. We're going to place it in this zone right here. Now I can do many things from here. I'm just going to bounce with Zephyros, the copy of Brotar. Now Magius will trigger, allowing us to search a card from deck, which will just be our Draco. This isn't the most optimal way to do the combo. You actually can do it with just Power Tool, but I think this is probably the more fun build, if anything. And this is my favorite version of the deck. Now what's going to happen from here is I'm just going to link these away. So we have 4 cards on hand right now, which is really good if you couldn't tell already. So yeah, let's make Spatha. Basically what this does is whenever something special into it, you can change the zone. So let's do that. Summon Draco, change the zone after linking LP. So yeah, LP effect to summon anything you want from here. I usually summon Tracer, but in this instance I'm actually going to summon our Diabolos. This is what Diabolos looks like right here. So we're going to summon him right here. How I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger affected Galactic Spiral and Graveyard, special summoning himself. He can make everyone level 8s whenever I want, so that's pretty good effect. Now I'm going to use my copy of DDR in Graveyard, or my Phoenix Blade, banishing 2, which will usually be your Arm Knight, and your copy of the other extender to get into the Isolde, to basically be able to add Phoenix Blade. Now what's going to happen is we're going to activate DDR, pitching Phoenix Blade from hand, to be able to summon a banished monster, which will be our Arm Knight, of course. We'll trigger effect to Arm Knight. This will dump whatever we want, really. So I'll dump my Rocket Tracer. Whenever you do that, the Arm Knight will actually be summoned in attack mode off DDR. So what's going to happen is we're going to dump the Tracer, of course, and then basically just make it into our Yugioh. It's pretty standard what we do in this deck. So we'll get our Yugioh. You can make Appaloosa, but we have LP on field, so that's a whole nother story. This card will die right here. Then what's going to happen from here is I can just use Yugioh or whatever, get a free summon from my hand. We'll actually make a Pisty at this point. I don't think it's too necessary, but we can since we want a free body on board. So summon Pisty, then trigger effect, summoning back Brotar. Now we gotta find a way to get this off board. Or actually, don't summon Brotar, summon your copy of Tracer. So this is where you would get your Tracer target. So for example, if I want to summon a Rocket monster from deck, I'd pop the Pisty. So let's do that. To summon your Rocket. This can be necessarily any Rocket. I'm just going to put this as a blank card. Now what's going to happen is what we're going to do is we're going to synchro summon our 2 level 4 Rockets away to make our copy of Warlord Savage. So what's going to happen from here is Warlord Savage will get 3 counters by targeting the Equimax in Graveyard. We're going to place our Equimax right here. He has 3 counters. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to trigger Levianeer summoning itself by banishing 3 lights. Why I'm choosing lights is because I want to be able to put up 2 monsters on board, so I can have 2 rank 8s because of Galactic Spiral. So we're going to banish those 3. And move this forward. Move this back so you guys can see it. This is our Warlord Savage. Then that's our Yugioh Skull Dread. Now what's going to happen from here is we're going to trigger effect Levianeer, allowing us to summon from the graveyard a copy of any monster that can be summoned in defense position. So we'll just summon our Arm Knight again. Basically, we're just looping Arm Knight through multiple different cards. So we'll summon our Arm Knight. You can't really see it off camera, but we'll summon it to the far right zone to dump anything really at this point. There's not much targets you're going to be sending unless you had Destrudo back, which we don't have it currently, so I'm not actually going to send anything. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to trigger effect Galactic Spiral, making everything level 8s. Now this is the part where you can just kind of turn these into your Degirsu, Hope Harbinger, and that's basically the full combo. I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see it. So yeah, that's just the standard Dark Warrior Gaudragon combo. So we're going to go for test hand number 2. Okay, we're shuffling up for test hand number 2. I did cleared the board off camera because I know that would take forever. So let's just do this. We got our hand shuffled up, our deck pretty shuffled up right now. Let's go ahead and just draw our 5. Hopefully this isn't a brick, that would kind of mess up the video, but whatever. And this is an insane hand. Okay, so we drew pretty crazy this time. Yeah, we are running a few dangers, not too many, because we don't like dangers that much in this deck, so yeah, let's just get into it. Butter's Surprise is a dark, so I'm actually not going to end up normal summoning it. Or you know what? We'll normal summon the connector, trigger effect, chain Butter Spy, so that we chain block it basically, and then we just get the free dolphin. So yeah, this is the route you normally go. So we'll summon this dolphin right here. And then what would happen is basically, sorry about the lighting, but basically we're going to link these two into Isolde. So where you go into your Isolde. Right here. Now we're going to summon our card off Isolde, which will normally be our Arm Knight. So let's dump 4 for it. 1, 2, 3, and our Phoenix Blade, which is the 4th. Most of the time you don't want to dump DDR, but for this instance I'm just going to be dumping it just to show what it does. We're going to summon our Arm Knight, which will just dump our Galactic Spiral, of course. So let's go ahead and do that. Summon Arm Knight. This will allow us to trigger effect to dump our copy of Galactic Spiral Dragon, since it's a dark. Now, what's normally going to happen here is you want to keep Connector on board. You don't want to actually, Link 'em away. Actually, you can add if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're just going to add a blank card that we're not going to be summoning for the rest of the turn, so it doesn't mess with our combo. So I'll just add the red layer off the Isolde. We were supposed to do that. Next, I'm going to link away the Equimax into our Magius. So we have Magius on board. We can trigger effective Connector, allowing us to destroy it or send it to grave to summon our copy of Dolphin. Now at this point, I think it'd be most safe to hit something out of your hand to look at your opponent's hand to make sure you can combo free, but for the sake, we're not going to be doing that. We get the search off Magius. I almost forgot that, because the Dolphin was summoned there. So let's go ahead and do that. Search our Draco. You can run more Crusadia monsters if you want, but we're kind of just trying to turbo out Draco, if you know what I mean. So let's search for Draco, which is right here, actually. Now what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to link these away for our Spatha, whatever you want to call it. We're going to summon the Draco. We can use the Draco effect if we'd like, but we're not going to do that because we want extra target for Levianeer. So we're going to trigger effect LP after we use the Spatha effect. And just basically get us to the free Brotar / Levianeer. I am running copies of Melody of the Awakening Dragon, so we can get to it easier, and we actually can search Tracer instead. But I'm still not sure on that, so... effect. This will allow us to discard anything. This is where you're going to just hit that Thrasher we opened up with to be able to search a Levianeer. So we searched our Dragon Dark from the deck. You also can search Connector at this instance, but I don't think it's really worth it unless you opened Melody or something, you know? So let's go ahead and let's see what we can do. At this point, I think the most optimal way to go is trigger affecting Galactic Spiral. You don't want to forget that. We're going to summon that. We're going to summon our Levianeer, as always. So we're going to banish 1, R2, and R3, which will be Isolde. We always have 3 lights unless you actually banish it off Phoenix Blade. To go and just summon something for your graveyard, which can be your Arm Knight again. So we'll trigger Arm Knight effect. To dump anything you really like. In this instance, I'm going to dump Zephyros the Elite, because this card's pretty nuts if you haven't read it already. Now what's going to happen from here is I'm going to go ahead and just make my Saryuja Skull Dread with these 3. So let's go make our Saryuja. You can make Appaloosa in this instance, but I think it'd just be better to keep playing from here. We'll go ahead and summon. We'll link this away. You know what? Actually, don't link this into a Pisty. Keep this on board. We're going to summon off Saryuja. Our red layer. Or no, you can't summon this. Just summon the Blink Danger we opened then, because this was added off Isolde. I'll go Phoenix Blade at this point. Really no point why we want it. Let's go ahead and target these two. Either one of these two are fine. I actually want to summon the dolphin because I can hit the Nessie out of my hand, which is really cool. So yeah, let's banish these. Add this back. We're going to summon the Pioneer by hitting the dart, which will summon back our Arm Knight, which we already dumped off. Now, I'm going to bounce my Mothman with my copy of Zephyros. So let's do that. Zephyros will get summoned, we'll bounce the Mothman and take 400 life points, which isn't bad at all. That card's like crazy, so I don't see why you want to do that. Now we're going to go ahead and just trigger effect. We're going to make a rank 8, which is probably the best play to go. So we're going to make our Titanic Galaxy and our copy of Dingirsu. Let's actually summon this to a free zone. We'll summon it to these two free zones in case we have an extender go into Pisty next turn, you know, go Boral Sword or whatever. So that's basically it for the main combos. There are a few more, but this is the most standard, I think. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'm sorry for the bad glare and everything, but try and still set up my recording studio. So thank you guys. See ya. Bye.